Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In my previous video, we have learned all the system manager components and how they work together. In this video, we are going to use those system manager components and run the scanning across your multiple EC2 instances. So let's get started. So to start with the system manager, there are some prereq that you have to ensure that your EC2 instance support. So in their AWS documentation, you can see what all operating systems are supported. And the basic requirement is all should have the SSM agent installed. And they even provides the versions which is required. So by default, when you launch an EC2 instances, supported operating systems already have SSM agent. There are some operating systems like Red Hat which does not come with SSM agent installed. So you have to have another process to ensure that SSM agent is installed. So this is the simple only first requirements that all your instances should have SSM agent. After that, when you are using the AWS system manager, the second part is how system manager will connect to your EC2 instances. So for that, there are multiple options. The first is you can enable the default host management. So if you go to your system manager here and go to fleet manager, and if I click on get started, and here you can see configure default host management. So you can enable this or this configurations into your AWS account so that it will ensure and it will establish the connectivity using session manager. The only problem with this approach is you don't want to do it for multiple AWS accounts. But if you are just working with one account, yes, it's best to just enable it, and you can do it in this way. And if you are at the organization level, then most of the time it is enabled at the org level as well. So these are the two options for the host management configurations that will automatically have your EC2 instances connectivity with the SSM. So the problem with this when you are working at the enterprise level. So at the end, how does it work? So if you click on this, you see that it works with the IAM roles. So you can choose your IAM roles, but when you do it at the organization level, it automatically creates IAM roles across all your member accounts and then use it. The problem with that approach is that when you have to update that IAM role for more permissions that we are going to learn here, then you don't have any options to update that IAM role. So because of that reason, what we came up with, we were creating an IAM role by itself. And when you have an organizations and if you have an automation process in place, you can create IAM roles across all your member accounts like using AFT and all stuff. And then at an automatic, whenever your EC2 instance get launched, you will get the default role associated with your EC2 instances. But that has an automation process that you have to create. But in simple, if I have to tell you, you just have to create a role and you just need to make sure that it has permissions. So just remove this permissions because we don't need that permission, and remove this as well. And now if I click on add permissions, so what you need specifically is SSM managed EC2 instance default policy. This is the policy that you need, and here you can see that it just provide you all the permissions that is required to manage EC2 instances using SSM. So you can just attach this permission. So now we have the basic configurations or the prereq already in your account. Once you have that, you will just go to your EC2 instances, just create that one and just launch one instance. So we are going to launch here test instance, and simple, we don't need to do anything. You can just select, this is the default configuration. So at this time also you can just select your SSM role, or you can just select this Amazon SSM role for instance quick setup. So the basic is this: you should have the IAM role associated with the required permissions and just launch this instance. So you have one instance there, just an example. Now if you go to the system manager, so here you can see the state manager. So there are multiple components that I have explained in my previous video as well. So if you go in the system manager, sorry, state manager, and here you can create an associations. Okay. So the association means that you can create an associations and apply to set of targets. So generally when you are applying it at the organization level, and this is for the scanning, you just want to scan all your EC2 instances to ensure that you are getting the report. At least even if you are not doing the patching, you want the data to be correct. So here you can see, you just create the scanning reports or whatever you need, and here is the patch baseline. So this is the AWS run patch baseline that AWS provides you by default, and it uses the baselines as well. We are going to explain that, and I already explained that in my previous video, like how does this AWS run patch baseline works. And then you can provide some parameters. So for now I'm just going with the operation scan because I just want to scan, not install anything. And here you can see target selection, so we are going with choose all instances, and just you have a couple of options, but right now I'm just going with this and create association. So here you can see that I have created this associations here. Okay, and this is my member account. So you created this associations, and as soon as you create it, it runs one time. So if I click on execution history, it is running there. So this is like the scanning. Once you scan, it will scan all the data, and if you go to your patch manager, this is the default functionality provided by AWS System Manager. Here you should be able to see compliance reporting, and here you can see node patching details. Till now never reported because we have not run the scan yet, right? As soon as you run the scan, you will get the data here. So this is the dashboard per member account, where you can see the status of your all EC2 instances. So this is how it works. Just wait once this complete, and then I just want to make sure that okay, so this completes here, and here you can see the resource ID. Sorry, output. You can just see the output. How does it work? So so this patch baseline automatically detects which operating system it is. So here you can see patch Windows. So no, it is not the Windows instance. It is Linux instance. So it does all those things. So it is scanning the data, and it will provide you the details. So this is the output of your scanning. And now if I go to my patch manager and go to compliance reporting, here you can see compliance status as compliant, and you can see last operation date. So this is the dashboard. It's very useful for for checking your EC2 instances report, right? But this is just one of my member account. Now when you are working at the enterprise level, you have hundreds of AWS accounts. So this particular compliance reporting is not useful when you have 100 of AWS accounts. So you need to do something else, right? So for that, we are going to use the resource data sync. So now in my next video, we are going to learn how we can use resource data sync and how we can get the data from multiple AWS accounts, the scanning data into one S3 bucket.